Hi, welcome to Mark's Basement Arcade. Today we're going to be working on this really super cool stepper. What is cool about it, you ask? Well, I'm going to tell you. This is a special stepper. It's a step up, step down, full reset stepper. I'll show you. It steps up. It will step down. Let me get a screwdriver so you can see it easier. And what I mean by full reset, once this coil solenoid relay gets engaged, it will full reset. That's the cool part. So you can get step up, step down, or full reset. Whoops. That's pretty cool. There's not a lot of machines that use this exact stepper. The only other one I know of is, I believe it's Aztec and Grand Prix. I don't know how many other ones use it, but this is a big goofy unit. I got a zip tie right here because this thing is broke. And this is like the best way to hold it all together. First thing we're going to do, make sure we are down all the way. Second thing, I'm going to take my marker. I'm going to mark the top here. There's going to be a blue dot there. I will show you it. And I will mark the one octopus leaf. That's what I like to call it. Second is we are going to break the nut loose on the back. I will show you both. Now normally when you put the wrench on the back and turn it to loosen it, as you can see, that happens. We don't want that. So what we're going to do is right in here, there's a hole. You'll see it better once I get the gear off. You can stick a screwdriver in there and break it loose. I will show you that once we get that far. Once I get this stepper off, I will unscrew it, but I just want to show you this part real quick. Let's leave that nut on most of the way. Let's get my screwdriver and we'll get these screws out. So I like working on these where I can flip them around as needed. And put the screws over on the side where you prop the playfield up. Those hold everything really super nice. Right now it is a little bit after 6 p.m. So here's the back. Remember I said we're going to mark this, and I put a dot right here where my finger is, that black spot. Well, actually it's blue, so I know where it's clocked out as. It's this high, and you can hear my dog barking. And that just comes off like that. This is a pretty easy one to remember. There's the line that lets me know that's the top. This one's really easy, well, because there's 3 leaves and you just think of this one pointing up, but sometimes you got like 8 or 9 leaves on there and you don't know what's what. So we're gonna do it that way. Next thing I always say is take a picture, and Mark didn't bring his camera / phone down, so we'll be right back. Alright, I get my camera out and take a picture. This one is just so different compared to every other one I've worked on. Reason why, because we got a leaf here, which is very odd. Leaves here, leaf here. This is the clock unit for the travel time, so it's a little bit different than most. Now this spring, from what we remember, should have how many? 3 to 4 winds. 1, 2. Well, this one's got 2. Should have one more than that at the very least. At the very least. I see we got a screw missing here. I will have to find a screw someplace to put in there. I don't know if I have any extras. I should have an extra. I don't know if any had fell out when I put them off to the side. But either way, we will get a new screw in there. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm actually going to take this out. So I need this out of my way in order to get the gear off. So I'll take that. I'll stick a screw through there. I know I got screws around, but we'll find one. That lets me get this gear off when I need to get to that point. Take this big spring off. Thinking maybe I should just clean these as I'm taking them off. That way when I put them on, they're clean. What do you guys think? You see, I need to get a little container actually. I use all my containers. I don't know where my other ones are. Here was one. This one's got pins in it. I don't want to mess with that one. Let's use this can I was using for fixing the top. We'll use that for now. We'll throw this over here. And get my naphtha. A little towel over here. We'll just start cleaning stuff and throwing it in there to get it out of the way. This way we know things are clean. Dirty spring. This top spring here. I just want to keep these like out of the way and in a special little area where I know they're not gonna be lost or missed. This little spring off here. This is a little thing I always screw up too when I put them together. I always end up putting them on wrong. That can go there. Let's get my little super lube oil. So we're going to need that one right away, which is this. And I got Q-tips over here. Might as well get a couple of them out right away. Yuck, that one's nasty. This, clean this off. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take this off. I'm going to take this. Off. No, I'm just going to clean them right away. I was going to go throw them in a, my ultrasonic cleaner. But then I just got to deal with messing around with that and getting stuff. Yeah, let's just do that. Let's just do that. This will come off here. This will come off here. So I'm going to take these and throw them in ultrasonic cleaner, and I'll be right back. Alright, as those are cooking in ultrasonic cleaner, why didn't I just throw this one in there right away too? I'll be right back. Alright, yeah, that was kind of dumb of me. Cleaning all these parts. So just doing it all at one time. I took them individually and ran back and forth. Clean that off. That's Comet barking. He likes to bark. Well, he doesn't like to bark. He loves to bark. He likes to be annoying as he can be sometimes. But he's still a puppy. So he gets a break for that. He's a rescue dog, so he gets a break for that too. Let's take a Q-tip, put it on there. Let's tighten this up now so I don't knock it over and spill junk all over. I'm going to go in here, clean out the hole here, which actually is really clean, which is very surprising. Very surprising to me how clean that was. Maybe I'll say that. In case we need it on any of this. Let's get this. This is very clean too. But this is actually extremely clean for what I thought it would be. But we're just going to go over it anyways. It's got a couple little dirty spots. And again, this is just a 3M green scrubby pad. And if you ever watch my videos, you do know this thing makes me cough every time I use it. So I am using muscle on here. I want to get these as clean as humanly possible. Or I should say as shiny as humanly possible. Comet just got yelled at. I switched pads because this one is newer. The newer these are, the better they clean and faster they clean these off. Yuck. I'm just wiping the dust off from that. Alright, that's clean. This is gonna be the fun part. Why are these out? Because I waxed the play field and I found out it's a lot easier. Pull off the playfield switches and you don't cut your hands open. That's why. I'll take out these screws here. Put them right here. Take out this one. Helps if you get the screwdriver in the right spot. That one, that. Coil stop's in good condition. It's a little dirty, so we'll clean that up. What I mean by dirty, a little rusty. A little rusty and crusty. This will come off. Come out. Come out. Push out. Garbage. This. Two squirts. It's dusty, it's dirty. This will get wiped off, cleaned, all through there. Wipe it dry. Now we'll go on with the scrubby pad. I think it's November 16th or 15th today. I don't remember. I only write the date down once. The end is good here, we don't have to worry about that. I only write the date down once a day. That's clean, that's clean. Let's scrubby off these. The smoother you can get these, the less friction you get, and the better things just work. You know what I mean, Vern? Since we got this clean, let's get my buzzer. Harbor Freight, actual Dremel 443 bit. It gets like that when it gets used. There's nothing wrong with it. Coil sleeve, Big Daddy one. Coil sleeve goes in. This will go in there. Doesn't matter which way. It's gonna get spun around anyways. That goes like that. This goes like that. Let's try to balance it nice and neatly, which I think is going to be a total pain. Let's get a screw in there. See if we can manipulate it with one hand and get one hole to line up. Oh, did I get it? Look at that. I'm getting better at this. This one will go in here. Here we go. Tighten it down. This is a DeWalt gyro screwdriver. I hold the button down, turn it. The more I turn it, whatever way it screws harder. That's good there. We got two screws here. I'm gonna flip it up like this just to make it easier on myself when I put the screws back. We're about 20 minutes in right now. I'm going to pull the screw out here. And I'm going to go to the, what do you call it? Ultrasonic cleaner, and I'll be right back. Alright, parts are squeaky clean. Well, as clean as they can be. This will come out like that. Notice my hands are clean too. I remember one time somebody criticized me because my hands were dirty in a video once. They're like, dude, clean your hands. And I'm like, really? I'm cleaning some old, crusty, dirty parts. That's coil stops in good condition. And you're telling me to clean my hands. You know. I'm like, whatever. But there's one in every crowd, I guess. You can hear my wife telling the dog he's such a good boy. Do 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 do. Gotta tell them dogs they're good dogs. You can't just say bad dog all the time. What'd you do? You know, stuff like that. This, I'm gonna have to fix this end up a little bit. It's a little rough. So what I'm gonna do, I'll show you. Autofocus. There we go. This end, I don't know if you can really see it, but it's not beveled like it should be. I will quick file it and get it beveled good so you can see it. There, it's got, you can see it's shiny around the edge as it spins around. It was, when I'd go like this, I could feel it was a little sharp. I didn't want to get rid of that. That's just from it being mashing a lot. But the coil stop's in good shape. Well, it's in good shape. But I don't like it sharp like that because as it goes in and out of the coil... My bad, I hit stop. As it goes in and out of that coil sleeve, it ends up scratching the coil sleeve and getting it a little jacked up. We don't want that. That will go in there. And we'll clean this area off. This area off. Clean this rod off. What's on here? It's gross. Alright. Anyways, yeah, it just scratches this up and it just adds extra wear. It's not smooth and fluid like it needs to be. So, we don't want that. We want it to be fluid and smooth as possible. There, alright, that's tight. Let's get you in a little bit better. So we got new coil sleeve, plunger cleaned on here, new coil sleeve, plunger cleaned on here. We got these switches cleaned. So what we're going to do next, you get our nice new, well, nice newly cleaned gear. Put some super lube on it. And put some super lube on the shaft here where it goes in. That's all I want is on the shaft. On the shaft and just a little bit right here because it's going to rub on that. And now remember I told you about that hole. Let me wipe my finger off. That's the hole right there that we went through. And to cause that hole is that lip there, which uses this at the end of the gear as a stop. Right there. Whoop, and there. It can't go, you can actually see it hitting right here now. There. That's it. That causes it so it can't go any further. Keeps the stepper from stepping and then stopping. Alright. These are all metal, yes. Okay. Now I can take a little bit of grease. I'm going to put a little bit on the shaft here. A little bit on this one, because this is a metal gear too. I got a lot on there. Actually, I can wipe some of that off. Alright. What goes on first, Mark? That's why we take pictures. That goes on first. So like I said, I've rebuilt these plenty of times, but I always forget. I always take a little grease and I rub a little bit on here because it's going to work on there, just a little bit there and a little bit there. And that will go down on there. The reason why is because it's riding inside that plunger. It's riding inside that plunger. So a little grease on there will be good. And you can see how the switch is hitting right here. I think this needs to be adjusted a little bit. I'm guessing yes. It needs to be adjusted a little bit because it's not getting any contact. Or just a little bit too much. There. Now it's actually hitting that switch. Alright. Next gear. This one. Like I said, I always screw these up. Don't know why. A little bit of lube right there. There. That goes like that. Oh, we're going to put a little bit right here too. Because that is what's riding on that stick, which I will show you. Ooh, that's, don't want that much. And that's what's causing that a little bit of rubbing damage. There. This has a little gouge on it. There you can see right there from the friction of this rubbing on it. So if I put a little grease just on that, a little bit of grease on there, that way when this rubs, it'll be a little bit lubricated. So we don't want that being in the way. My dog sounds pretty ferocious when he barks, doesn't he? He's a... We think he's a Dutch Shepherd. He's all black, and he's got white spots on him. Patches, I should say. I'm going to have to adjust this when this is all together. So it's not meshing the way I want it to. Alright, this. This right here is why I got the Super Lube pen. This is all I use this for. Because you can't take this apart. You can't take it apart and get any lubricant behind there. So I like this because it works itself in there. Let's put that back. Put the cover back on. That's it. It's a Super Lube in a pen. Pretty neat. It's more of an oil instead of like a grease. And this I'll flick back and forth so this flings. That's what you're hearing. What it's doing, it's letting a lubricant get behind there so this can move freely like that. That's what I want it to do. Get behind there and move freely. And I will take any of the excess and wipe it off. So I just want it to actually be behind there. There. I'm going to take a little bit of grease. Right on here is wear area. Right there. Right there. And right there. And it's going to be on one spot over here too. I will have to see where that's going to wear. Right here. Right up under there. Underneath here. I'm going to rub a little bit of lube on there. And a point right here. Right there. I'm going to put a little bit on top of that. That's where that's going to ride. Riders on the storm. Riders on the storm. To the house of bone. To the world throne. Like a dog without a bone. It's all alone. Riders on the storm. Oh, I'm getting grease all over my shirt. Put this away so you don't bump your shirt into it. Put this E-clip back in. I can't snap it in with my fingers. There. Now always spin it around with your fingers too to make sure it's in there. There we go. You can't give it a little turn and twist it around in a circle. It's not in the groove all the way. Two more springs. I think I put these in the wrong spots. Did I? No. Almost feels like I did. I think I did. Just I don't know. Let's look at my pictures. This one just feels tighter, like it should be. Yeah. The shorter spring was up here, and the longer one of the two was there. which is odd. I'm not going to argue with that. I'm just going to look at it again. Yeah, that's it. I can tell by the loops on the spring. Right here. See how the loop is? Right there. And it's oh, just trust me. It's the exact same loop on each end. And these hardly have, it's just got like a half a loop on each one, which is odd to me. And then the big spring. Big spring's easy. It's got a bigger opening here and a little opening here. Bigger opening naturally goes over here. And I like to push that down with my screwdriver so it locks into the shaft. This one goes over here and it locks in. Yeah, let's do this. Now we had 2 turns on us, so I'm going to do 3. 1, 2, 3. We're going to see how 3 works. Yeah, it doesn't like 3. It does not like 3. Yeah, it does not. Oh, well, that's probably one reason why it doesn't like 3. So I got that on the wrong side. Okay. That and that. That will. Okay, that will do it every time. 1. So that's going to push up into it. So this probably was set right. Yeah, it was. I screwed it up. See how that pushes up into the switch? And I thought that lever was on top of this, bringing it down. But no, it pushes up into it to trigger that. And this pushes this switch closed. This has like forever step to it. Or bazingo bango boom. This will clean off here. I hold my finger on it like that. And I go like that. The reason why I'm not going to bend it, if I hold pressure on it, nice and clean. Let's put, I'm going to actually leave this off. Well, let's put it back on. It's got to go back on. This has to get bent though. There. I'll find a screw later on. I have to get a screw in there. Maybe that was supposed to be about Now that I look at it, that we don't know. It does not seem right to me at all. But it's bent on here that I just unbent. See how it's bent like that? Maybe that's weirdly how it was designed. It just doesn't seem right to me though. The reason why, usually after your first click, you got stuff going. How is this switch on here? Did I put it upside down or something? No, I got it right. It seems like it would be bent like that, if anything. If anything, to me, it would be bent like that. If you got a travel time, how is your switch? I have another one I can look at, luckily, and see how this is bent, which I am going to do. I am going to dig it out and look at it, because I've never seen this game work. So I don't know if that's right. You know what I mean? Yeah, 'cause it's breaking open. I am thinking that's it. It's logic to me. I can't see it going 2 or 3 clicks and then doing it. But I do have a schematic manual for this. And see, I can't get to it right now because it's kind of buried, but if you got a travel time, is your switch bent up or bent down? Like I said, I have another one, so we're going to look at that. But that is together for now, and we're going to put a little lube on the back here. I put a lot on, I'm not going to lie, and you'll understand why once I do it. Big old glop. You're like, wow, you're just slathering it on. Oh, yes, I am. You'll understand why in a minute. Rubbing it on, rubbing it in. Okay. See what I just did? Now this, rubbing it all off. Why did I just put grease on there and rub it off? I only want a microscopic layer on it. That's all I want. And for me to do that, I really need to put a lot of grease on, just so I can get all these really good. And once I get them, and now I just wipe it off like that, now I know there's just a little bit of grease on there. That will go on there like that. That will go on there like that. This will go on there. Let's put it on that way, because it'll look like that's the original way it was on because of the scraping. This I can already tell. There, it was bent the wrong way. So we'll just go put on. And that's it, it's stopped. I did it till it stopped. And then, if I can get my finger on there. It's going good. And we'll need a little adjustment. Otherwise, it's fine. Not hitting the pads perfectly on the back. I will try to show you. What is jamming? There. You can see right there. It's a little off center, but this pad is hitting this pad only, and it's not hitting any other pad. So I am happy with how that's adjusted, and it will stay like that. It's not touching any other pad. They're staying true to just one pad, even though it looks like it's touching that one. Trust me, it isn't. No, it just looks like it. Optical illusion. But yeah, what I need to do, I have to get a screw for here, and I have to look at my other travel time and see when that one goes around how that reacts. It's got to be that, because let's get the last digit, time digit, and then it goes down and then it opens. I can't see it doing like on 3 clicks. You know what I mean? You know what I mean, Vern? So yeah, if you got a travel time, you can comment on the bottom and tell me if yours was bent up or down. I believe this is the position it was in, because before it was up. And I will show you again. There. See, it was up. And it just doesn't seem right to me. And I have the switch in the right spot too. Don't I? Yeah. See, it's right here. I'm missing the top of it. I have to look for that too. It's got to be around here somewhere. I will find that. Just a... Oh! You're a dummy, Mark. You're so dumb. So it was correct. That's why we take pictures. That's why we take pictures. See? That's why I still take pictures. No, it was right. See, I tell you to take pictures. I take pictures. And now I can go back, and we're at 0, and see, it should be bent up. It should be bent up like it was. Yep. Give this a little tweak there. One click up and it's closed. It was correct. One click down, it's open. It was right. Mark, that's why you take pictures. That's why you take pictures. Cool stuff along the bottom here. Thumbs up. Please subscribe. Any questions or anything like that, I'll answer them below. But as you can see, it's been fully rebuilt. It does what Williams intended it to do. And then full reset. Switch works correct now. You big dummy. And that's it. I'll screw it down later. I have other things to do right around here, and it makes more sense for me to leave this so I can wiggle it around and get other things done. Anyways, thank you for watching. Thanks for being a subscriber, and I appreciate every single one of you. Thumbs up, and later.